Am I the asshole for telling my grandpa he's not the reason why I'm going to college? I, 17M, am of mixed race. My mom, 35F, is white and my dad, 36M, is a black Mexican. My grandfather, 63M, never liked my dad, and back when my parents were just dating he would tell my mom stuff like, "I'm not racist, but you have to ask what does a guy like him want with a girl like you? He wants to marry you for a green card," etc. When mom got pregnant, grandpa stopped talking to her and demanded she leave his house. She decided to move in with my dad, get married and whatnot. My parents have always worked hard to give me a good life, and always encouraged me academically. They always helped with my homework, were really active in my schools. My mom even started attending Mass at my dad's church so I would have a higher chance of getting a scholarship at a private Catholic school. I did end up going there. Despite never needing my grandpa, my parents did attempt to build a connection between me and him. They'd invite him to my B-days and to Christmas, but he never came. My grandma would always come. COVID changed things. My grandma died, and I guess the isolation made grandpa rethink his life choices because he slowly attempted to reconnect with us. He never addressed being racist but has apologized for prematurely judging my dad. Even though he has gotten closer to us, we are not a tight-knit grandpa-grandson duo. I was already 14 when he decided to reach out, so I think it would be naive to think we would be like Little Red Riding Hood and her grandma at that point. Okay, so here comes the actual, am I the asshole? Part, because I am aware that up until this point grandpa is the ah. Last year, I took the SAT for the first time and I got a 1450. My counselor told me that this score combined with my grades and my class rank, number 1, meant that I was pretty much safe to apply almost anywhere. However, if it was something that interested me I could try retaking the SAT because if I got a 1500 plus we could be talking Ivy League chances then. When I shared this with my family, my grandpa promptly offered to pay for a SAT prep course. I took the course, got a higher score, applied to schools, and eventually got a full ride to an Ivy school where I'll start in the fall. Not sharing where. I want a bit of privacy lol. Yesterday, my grandpa and I went out and met some of his friends and he was telling them about my future college plans and bragged that if it wasn't for him paying for my course I would not be OMW to school in the fall. I corrected him and said that while the course helped it was my parents' hard work that got me where I am, as they were the ones who steered me towards academia anyways. He got mad at me and he now says I'm ungrateful. But I don't think it's fair of him to take credit, when it wasn't him who was there for me throughout my school journey. He was only there for the very end. But I recognize that while I would have gotten into college regardless, perhaps it would not be a full ride at a super elite school, so he did help. Am I the asshole? Not the asshole. He hasn't the privilege of the bragging rights for this. And well done, I imagine your parents are enormously proud of you. Not the asshole. He just doesn't like to hear the truth. Kudos to your parents, who managed to steer you towards such an academic success while being teenage parents themselves. Not the asshole. To be rude, your grandfather was merely the credit card on this journey. Your parents and your hard work made this happen. Congrats. Not the asshole. Also, a 1500 plus SAT score is neither necessary nor sufficient for getting into a Ivy. Not the asshole, and congrats. The reason why you made it is your hard work. Am I the asshole for asking my dad to have his wife take down her post? I, 27F. Got married Saturday to my 27M high school sweetheart, B, in our home state. Our wedding was beautiful, and we really made the effort to just enjoy the day, and we were successful. We've been together since we were 15, with a brief pause when we went to 2 different colleges, and are so excited to start married life together. Before the ceremony, our officiant, B's dad, announced that we also would like the guests to be in the moment and to please not record, be on their phones. I was so focused on the moment, I did not realize at the time that my dad's wife, let's call her Sue, brought out her phone and made a spectacle of herself to record my dad's and my entrance. We found out later, secondhand from many others that during the actual ceremony Sue was making decently loud negative commentary about our officiant. During the processional she was loudly asking questions to the other side of the aisle, and then, again, during the processional running across the aisle to change sides. We are extremely worried her running commentary will be caught by the mics 2 of the groomsmen were wearing to capture the videographer's audio. We laughed it off as just poor behavior but nothing too serious. That is until we logged into a popular social media app and saw that Sue posted the entire entrance with my dad. B and I were adamant about not wanting our ceremony posted, since this was not something we had decided if we wanted yet. Also, she was in the bridal suite when we asked our officiant to say the notice. I messaged my dad directly to ask Sue to remove the post, and then commented on the post itself to be removed. As of this AM, I saw when we touched down on our honeymoon that my dad had replied to my comment, that this video was not posted to offend me, and a nice comment about the wedding. Also, that Sue had posted a nasty, vague, new post. But, the video was not removed. I commented again thanking for the comment but did not back down on wanting the vid removed. 24 hours later, we see the post must have been taken down but she left the mean as fuck vague post up. Am I the asshole for asking her to take the post down? Am I overreacting? ETA. Yes, she did wear white to my wedding-ish. It was only a white cardigan though over a blue and white dress. I went to my dad because honestly I do not feel close to this woman at all. Though in the future that will not be the case and I'll confront her directly as to not make my father sucked into the middle. I met her around age 21-20 seconds, was not invited to their wedding, it all happened so fast and they forgot, because I was interning out of state while in college, and this is not the first time she has not respected a clearly set boundary. It does make me sad, because my dad has allowed her to establish the boundary that I cannot have a relationship with him, without acknowledging her as my family too essentially. She's awful to my actual mother, and just as petty to my siblings if it's not about her. I just do not know what to do anymore, because I love my dad so much and want a relationship with him, but I'm so tired of feeling like the bad guy here in our relationship. They have made it so clear it's an all or nothing deal. Not the asshole. She sounds like a piece of work. Not the asshole. Sue was going to do what Sue wanted to do. She didn't care for your feelings at all. I'm surprised she removed the post at all. The only thing is you should have messaged her directly, not your father. Not the asshole. Sue definitely is the flamingasshole because she doesn't respect boundaries. Dad is also a slightly smaller flame for trying to excuse her bad behavior. Sounds like from now on Sue isn't invited to any of your events or announcements. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. You're entitled to boundaries. Keep them. Especially with Sue.